Hey guys, I'm Triana Brown from solidcore, and this is Well+Good's Trainer of the Month Club. Today I'm going to take you guys through the classic total body solidcore workout that you can do at home. To mimic the solidcore workout, we're going to use sliders today, but you could always use a towel or some paper plates also. So we're going to get started. Let's grab our sliders. First move, plank to pike. You're gonna start in a high plank position. Your hands are directly underneath your shoulders. Your toes are right on the sliders. Make sure that your tailbone's tucked under from here. Contract your abdominals to lift your hips straight up to the ceiling, keeping your heels lifted the entire range of motion. Then slowly resist down until your hips get in line with your shoulders. Really making sure that you're squeezing your abs. Try to release your hip flexors, your quads, and stay as slow as you can. Right, full range of motion. You're gonna feel that burn right away, and that's what you want. You really wanna push through that burning sensation, right, so we can get our muscles all the way to failure. If you wanna add a little bit more, right, if you wanna make it a little harder, you can hold at the top for a few seconds. You can add a little pulse here, squeezing your abs so your hips go up one, down one. Or when you come to the bottom, you can add in a plank up down, coming down to your elbows and then pushing back up to your hands. Then go right back into that plank to pike. Make sure if you're gonna add that plank up down, you alternate from side to side. If you need a little bit more support, right, you can always come down to those knees. You're gonna come down to your elbows as well. Find that flat back, tuck your tailbone under, and then just squeeze your abs to lift your hips up 2 or 3 inches. Stay nice and slow the entire time. Really, I'm starting to feel that burn, guys. Stay with it, okay? You got this full range here. Maybe you can push yourself a little bit more and think about coming back up to those toes here. We're gonna stay in this exercise for 2 minutes total. Right, we're almost there. Staying slow the entire time. We only have less than 30 seconds. Not bad, you can do it. Probably feel a little tension in those shoulders too. That's okay, right? That happens in this plank position. Breathing it out. We're in our final 10 seconds. Let's finish nice and strong. Good, you get to rest. You got 3, 2, 1. Nice job, guys. So the next exercise we're gonna go into is a high twisting plank crunch. We're only gonna use one of our sliders this time. So you're gonna bring your hands right down to the ground. You're gonna start in that high plank position again, but both of your feet are gonna go nice and tight on those sliders here. You're gonna open your hips to one direction and then squeeze those abdominals to bring your knees into your chest and then come back out to that neutral plank position here, right? And then I'm gonna alternate the other direction, opening my hips, squeezing my abdominals, bringing my knees in towards my chest, and then slowly coming back out, right? If we wanna add a little bit more tension, you can hold halfway. Maybe you add that pulse again, holding it here, let it burn, then come back to that neutral plank position, hips stay lifted. Then maybe you hold that pulse on the opposite side as well. We wanna even out our obliques, balance out our body as we're doing it. Good, still staying nice and slow. We're in this one for 3 minutes. You're really gonna feel that burn, but let it really take over your core, right? Your body ideally should be shaking, right? Shaking is that sign of second stage muscle failure. Really good, it means that you're breaking down those slow twitch muscle fibers. Then when you're done with the workout, they're gonna build back up, you're gonna be stronger. Next time you're gonna do this, you're just gonna crush it. Good, still staying slow. If you need that modification, you can come down to your knees. You're gonna put one knee stacked on that slider. Elbows are gonna come down, you're gonna open your hips up. You're gonna just lift your hips straight to the ceiling and then lower them back down nice and slowly. Notice that my hips are really, really square, right? Think about stacking your hips one on each other. Your elbows, they're right underneath your shoulders. So do a few reps on one side, right? That's 4, and then switch and do the other side to let that burn really build up over time here. That's 1, good, stay with it, 2. Think about that close hip rib connection between that hip bone and that rib as you're going up. Then again, if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, think about trying those toes, right? It's a battle that you're having with yourself, like a little dialogue, right? You need that support, you come down to it, but then when you can, you try to challenge yourself to come back to those toes. We're in our final minute here with this one. Really, really squeezing that oblique, staying nice and controlled. Almost there. If you want it even more, guys, you can add in that plank up down again. Just make sure you're alternating from side to side. Got your final 30 seconds. Hold on to it. Feel that work. You hear that slider? You know, that's your strength. Almost there. Breathe in and out. We just got 10 more seconds. Then we get to rest. We're gonna move on to that lower body soon. Let's get one more rep on each side. You rest in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, guys, starting to shake. All right, so now we're gonna move into that lower body here. We're gonna get right into those hamstring curls. So for this one, you're gonna come to a supine position. You're gonna put your heels directly on your sliders, and you're gonna lift your hips into the air. From there, make sure your tailbone's tucked under, your glutes are nice and tight. Your feet are gonna go out past your knees, keeping your hips nice and lifted, and then squeeze your hamstrings, this posterior muscle here, and your glutes to restack your knees on top of those ankles here. Right, make sure that tailbone stays tucked under. Right, when we start to arch that lower back, you're gonna get a lot of tension there. We wanna avoid that. So if you're really feeling like this is too much, lower those hips a little bit. As you go out and in, squeeze your abs a little bit tighter. And you could always go alternating, one leg out, restack, still staying nice and slow, and then the opposite leg out, restack. If you wanna add more of a challenge, right, you could lift those toes as you're going out and in. You're gonna feel more instability in that lower body. Ooh, that one burned. Then you're gonna feel a lot of tension in that calf as well. Or you can hold one leg out, come in one at a time from there, right? Because we add that instability by having our leg out. Your hamstrings gotta do a lot of work to keep your legs lifted here. Good, team. Almost there. We're in this one for 2 minutes. We're down to our last 45 seconds here. I don't know about you, but hamstrings are like my weakest muscle, right? So like, I may seem like I'm fine, but I'm really dying. Good. You got this slow pace the whole time. Nice work, team. We're in our final 27 seconds left. Good, stay nice and slow. Breathe it out. Make sure your abs are still staying braced. We've got about 10 seconds left to go. Good, lift those hips just a little bit higher. Squeeze those hamstrings a little bit tighter. Good, you're done in 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right, so now let's focus on each leg. Next exercise we're gonna do, we're gonna get right into that platform lunge on the right. So I'm gonna put my right foot, plant it firmly on the ground. My left toe is the only thing on that slider. Keeping my hips hinged back, I'm gonna decelerate down, bringing my glute all the way down in line with my knee. Right, try to shift your weight back into your heel, maybe lift your toes, wiggle them out, and drive into your heel, squeeze your glute, extending your leg up just 90% of the way. So you wanna keep a micro bend at the top. Roll your shoulder blades back, squeeze them nice and tight, right? And then knit those abs together. That's what's gonna protect your lower spine. Really be mindful of that back heel, that it stays nice and high the entire range of motion, right? When it starts to lower, right? It's telling me that you're shifting your weight back into your supportive leg when we really want all of that weight forward in our active leg here, right? That's gonna avoid getting any tension in that back hamstring, right? If we want to add a little bit more of a challenge, let's come down halfway. Let's all meet there in 3, hold it down halfway. You got 2, 1, good. So you're right at this halfway point. Squeeze your glute and your hamstring a little bit more. If you want a little bit more of a burn, you're gonna come down 1, up 1. Good, let's pulse here just for 10 more seconds. 7, we're gonna go all the way down to 90. You got 6, let's do it together. You got 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down to that 90 degrees. Good, pause, drive through that heel. Fight for that micro bend at the top. You're really gonna feel that burn, that leg. It's probably starting to shake. I know mine is. You come nice and low. If you need a little bit support, team, you could always like grab onto like a dresser. For a little bit more stability, just try to fight for like a light touch on it as much as you can, right? So again, your leg is doing all the work, that upper body isn't gonna take over there, right? We just have 20 more seconds, then we're gonna move on to the other leg. We're gonna, right in this platform lunge. Good, stay slow the whole time. 4 counts to come down, 4 to come back up. Good, we're moving on. You got 3, let's do 1 more rep. Come all the way down. Nice job, we finished. You got 2, 1. Good job, guys. We're gonna swap it out here. So now, same thing on the left side, plant your left foot firmly, right toes back, keep that back heel super, super lifted. You're coming all the way down, get to that 90 degrees, shift your toes back, lift it up, good, drive through that heel. Sometimes I need to squeeze on something when I really feel that tension and I need to fight for myself. Yeah, and then if you're feeling unstable, right, like I'm a little shaky here, you can widen the stance of your legs too. It's gonna provide a little bit more stability there. Right, as you're going down and up, perfect. Let's get 2 more really slow reps and then let's meet for that tension, right? So if you did that hold on the one side, always do it on the opposite side so we're giving our legs equal amount of tension here. We're gonna hold at that halfway point. Let's meet there. You have 3, 2, 1. Hold it halfway. Think about shifting your heel back a little bit more. Lift your back heel up higher, really square your hips. Let's add that pulse. You're going down 1, up 1, good. Let's let it burn here. 10 more seconds. 8 more seconds, you're gonna come all the way down. 5, let's get this full range, come down. You have 3, 2, 1, all the way down to the bottom, perfect. Drive through that heel, squeeze that glute just a little bit tighter. Good, fight for that micro bend at the top, avoid straightening out your leg completely. Good, nice job, team. And remember, really knit your abs together, right? Your abs should be engaged with every exercise you're doing. That's really gonna protect your lower back, that lower spine here. Good job, team. We have less than 40 seconds in this one. Maybe you challenge yourself to not take a break the entire time. Maybe you challenge yourself to come down just a little bit slower. Maybe that 5 count, that 6 count here. Good. Nice work. We're gonna finish off with that upper body to get this workout in. Good, 20 more seconds. Whew, really starting to feel that burn. Coming down nice and slow. Good, we got our final 15. Way to get it, team. Stay with it. We're moving right on. You got 3, almost there. You're done. 2, 1. Good job, guys. All right, so now we're gonna move on to upper body exercise called plank up downs. So we're gonna come to a high plank position. Okay, so make sure those hands, they're underneath your shoulders. We're gonna do a narrow plank up down here. From here, you're gonna come down to your elbows and then you're gonna come back up to your hands. As you do it, focus on keeping your elbows nice and close to your body, your rib cage. That's how you're gonna get more tension in your triceps rather than that wide grip. Alternating from side to side, making sure that each arm is getting equal amount of a challenge. If this feels like, whoa, it's too much, pop down to your knees. Make sure you're keeping your hips in front of your knees, that whole range of motion, right? So we're still keeping the tension right in our abs. If you need a little bit more, you can always pop back up to those toes, right? Or you can add in a push-up, right? At the top, keeping your elbows nice and tight. We just got 10 more seconds. Then we get to rest. Good work, team. You rest in 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right, one more exercise to do. We're gonna end off with this narrow high plank extension with a tricep push-up. We're gonna grab our sliders one more time. We're coming down to our knees. Our hands are gonna go directly on the sliders. Before you start, push your hips forward. Reaching your hands out past your shoulders, you're gonna bend at your elbow. That push-up we just practiced, and then come back up. So I'm keeping my elbow nice and tight to my body, and then I'm coming back up. Pushing my hips forward, squeezing my glutes in my abs, and then coming up nice and slow. This is too much. Maybe you just keep the extension, reach your arm out, come back in, try the opposite side, and then maybe you add the tricep push-up here, lowering down with your chest, pushing into your palms to come back up. If you're doing it that way, think about alternating with that narrow grip push-up and then maybe a wide grip push-up so you can get more definition in that chest, less in that tricep. Really focusing on these push muscles. Staying slow that whole entire time. Nice work, team. We're halfway through. Here for 2 minutes, just 1 minute to go. Good, really squeezing those abs, letting that tension build. Getting a lot of tension in the back of that arm, that posterior muscle. Getting nice and sweaty. Good job, team. Good way to stay super slow the whole time. Don't forget about adding in that wide grip push-up. Try it out for 1 or 2 reps here. Good job, team. Maybe you go back in and add that push-up in. that original variation. Good work. Keep it fighting. Only have 20 more seconds left, then you're out of it. If you wanted even more, team, you could really try it on your toesies when you're adding in that tricep push-up. Way to get it, team. We're resting, one more rep. You're done in 3, 2, 1. Whew, nice job, guys. There it is, 15 minutes. Don't need to be at a studio. You can do it anywhere, your hotel. I'm telling you, you're gonna get a workout. Look at me, I got it, nice and sweaty. Total body, you got it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Want more of Trainer of the Month Club? Subscribe to Well and Good today.